This is the Coach's Wife Life podcast. I'm Kristen Eargle, your host, a former TV sports reporter and fellow college football coach's wife. I'll go one-on-one with the strong women who are the backbone of college athletics and athletics of all levels. And now, Coach's Wife Life.
This podcast is brought to you by Ruler of Hope. Ruler of Hope is a nonprofit that supports medically fragile children. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation, you can use Venmo at Ruler-Hope or online at rulerofhope.org.
Hey there, I'm Kristen Eargle, and we have an exciting podcast ahead. But first, I want to talk about something we all know way too much about: moving. Just the thought of that can bring an unsettling emotion. Well, I found a team that can take that load off your plate. It's D1 Relocation. This group can do it all. They can organize your move, coordinate with a moving company, and a trusted real estate agent. They can actually vet key household partners such as schools, insurance agents, physicians in the area. They can even help set up your Wi-Fi and water. It's incredible. So I've come to know this team, which is actually founded by a coach's wife. I think you should check it out. Whether you're looking to move now or in the future, it's d1relocation.com. Now on to our awesome podcast. Welcome back. I am so excited to have my next guest on. I've been counting down to this one. This is Sherita Lindsey, wife of Desmond Lindsey, Mississippi State assistant wide receivers coach. Thanks for being on.
Look, thank you for having me. When you sent me a message and was like, hey, do you want to be my guest? I said, oh my God, me? But I'm elated to be here and just thank you for the opportunity. Happy to chat it up with you just for a few.
I know. I am so excited. So we spent, for everyone listening, the last year together this fall at UTEP. And I meet you and instantly you're like, where have you been all my life? You are so funny. So in our group chats for everybody else, so we'll have, a coach's wife group chat like everybody else. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's a little bit serious, like, this is what's going on, this. Or, hey, just want to encourage you wives. Callie would, let's encourage you after a loss or whatever. And Sherita would just be like throwing in some gift that we were like, Jeff, whatever they call him, losing it laughing. Like just totally off topic, but on topic, like just cutting up. And I was dying laughing.
A woman of few words. Let me just drop this meme, okay? Hey, this is where I am.
Oh my word. Like every time I was rolling. So, and you were so fun to hang out with all fall. And I wish we had more time together, but you're headed to Mississippi State and I'm headed to Texarkana. So, but we'll just have to stay close this whole time.
Right. We will have to.
Forever. Okay. So can you describe yourself, which I might describe you on game day, but I'll let you describe yourself in 3 words.
3 words, game day. Let's see. On time in my mind, but late. Okay. Let's see. Fun, a little nervous, and I don't know, but chill. It's weird, it's weird. The experiences have changed as our trajectory has gone, throughout the whole coaching thing. It has changed when he first got in versus now when we have a little diva. So that really that changes game day. So yeah.
Okay, so I loved looking at your outfits on game day. You were always dressed. Your fit was on point.
Well, let me tell the people today. The people today, it's stressful. People, I promise you, this is not my best. This is the struggle fit. Yeah.
But on game day, you look great. But on game day, though, it was head to toe. It was just
okay. So now,
was it Nike? Were you a Nike girl? What was it?
I was an Adidas girl.
Adidas, that's what it was, and it was just head to toe. Like it was perfect with the
You're
color.
setting me up for failure because when I get to Mississippi State, I got to keep the same energy. You set me up.
You can't. I mean, I've got friends on that staff. I'm already telling them.
Wait a minute.
Watch the thing. You're gonna like it. She's gonna set the tone.
Oh Lordy. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Okay. So what's coach like on game day? 3 words.
Okay. Coach is GQ. Let's see, he's calm. Like, all so when I say GQ, um think of the GQ magazine, right? So that embodies all of him. Like, he's gonna be stylish. I have to, that's one reason why I try to step my game up, because I try to match him. And he is cool, and he's about the business. So that's if I could describe him, that's he wants to look good, make sure his players are looking good, feeling good, and let's win this thing. That's him.
I like it. Okay, so I notated on your background here. We've got 4 schools in our history that we have been together, but not together, just at the same school, different times. I did not realize. I know there's a couple, but listen to this. So he starts out at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, Arkansas, Monticello, which we went there. West
Okay.
Alabama. Okay. Southern Miss. We went to West Alabama. I'm sorry, I didn't go to West Alabama. We went to Arkansas, Monticello. We've been to so many places I don't remember where we've been. West Georgia, Southern Miss, Memphis, Arkansas State, back to Southern Miss, UTEP, and now Mississippi State. When you look at where he's been and how he's climbing and now coaching in the SEC, you guys are, or he's from Mississippi. You're from Livingston, right? Alabama?
Yep. Alabama. Yes.
Yeah, right across the border there.
Right across the border.
2023 Sun Belt Conference Recruiter of the Year. When you look at him and what he's accomplished, why do you think his formula works?
Man, good question. Because he's true. What you see is what you get. You can ask anybody who met him 20 years ago to today. He's the same person. And he has the genuine interest of the kid. And he wants to develop the kid. Of course, from an athletic perspective, but as well as a man. It's guys who I met when I came along. I came along when he was at West Alabama.
Okay.
And some of those guys he still talks to, and that says a lot. So I just think that this is his ministry, and he wants to make an impact, and so I think that's it.
Okay, tell me about you. I know a little bit about you, but the listeners do not. So you grew up, where you grew up, did you ever envision this life of just moving around and
No,
acting and all of this? Did you see it from Livingston,
I
Alabama?
didn't. No, I didn't. And sometimes I'm like, I didn't. Small town girl. I met this young man, okay, because we're in our 40s, so I'm young man, in my hometown. Like, how that's so weird. Like, you go off to college, you thinking you're gonna meet your person while you're away. But met him at my hometown, and I'm just your typical low-key girl. Like, I am let's see, fun, loving, I'm a Libra, so hey, the balance is real. I try to have the two. And I just love my family, and I just, I'm just Sherita, and they'll tell you, what you see is what you get. When you see me tomorrow, there's Sherita. And I think that's the thing that has kind of kept Coach and I, kind of as one. We're very playful. We're very, like, other couples are around us. They're like, y'all need your own show. I was like, no, we won't. No, we don't.
Wait, so you need a show. Wait, is that a show? Is this what we're launching right now? Your own YouTube channel?
I may need to.
The first profile. We could profile y'all together. Follow around some cameras and see how it works out.
Right.
Okay.
Could make coins for both of us, girl. But yeah. So that's about me. Small.
Well, how did you meet?
So we met, like I said, in my hometown in West Alabama. He stalked me. Yeah, he did. So seriously, I was at a store.
Wow.
I was at a store. I was walking out. Okay. He saw this thing here. He did. He liked what he liked what he saw. And so anyway, I saw him at this store, and then I ended up going to the grocery store. Now, small town, right? So we only got, at this time, we had maybe 2 grocery stores at the time, right? So either one or the other. So I go to the grocery store, and who do I see? Him, crazy. I'm like, okay, dude, I just saw you over there. Like, what's going on? But anyway, we met there, and the rest has just been it's been a ride.
Oh my gosh, so he got your number that day?
He did. He
He
did.
just
He got my
recruited what
number.
he liked what he saw, recruited it.
He
That's
liked what he saw, and I guess I like what I saw because I kept entertaining him a little bit, you know. I tried to put him to the side a little bit, but he still kept coming. I'm like, okay, he's persistent. I may need to entertain this, and the best decision I ever made. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. So you played hard to get a little bit.
I did. Like, you got to work for this. First of all, like, I'm home visiting my family. Okay, I'm in another city. Okay, you're in the city that I ran away from. Okay, so you're gonna have to make it. You gotta make it worth my while and make it, you know, like, okay, why am I looking back that way when I'm in this? But it's been good.
Okay, so where did you go to college? I forgot this.
So I did undergrad at Tougaloo College, just the HBCU in Jackson, Mississippi. Did that, went to nursing school at Alabama, and then went on to graduate school at Troy. So yeah.
How did you know who this? You went to graduate school at Troy?
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's why you have a good job right now. Called her up. She's slinging it. There's a computer off to the side, y'all. She's over here like trying to fix stuff. You're a big important woman now. Okay, so we know how you met. Okay, so now you have a beautiful daughter named Chloe.
Yes.
Yes. How does she think about this big move you're making to Mississippi State?
Okay, so we have two. You never met our big baby.
Oh, that's right.
Deja. Yes. So you know, she's happy, you know, they were coming back. Chloe is so we came from Hattiesburg to here. So big shift, big culture change, big shift away from family. We were accustomed to driving in a couple of hours we're there and you know, back at home. So she's grooving. And so we kind of relate the message like, hey, we'll be back in your family. She's excited about that. We actually played Mississippi State while we were at Southern. And so some friend of mine were there. So we showed her this picture like, hey girl, this is where we're going back. So she's excited. She is a heck of a kid, you know, and you know it as well. You live in this life. You know, when kids come into the fold, it really makes a difference. So Coach and I just try to make sure that we're doing the best thing on the parenting front, whether it be, you know, meditation, church, therapy, just to make sure that she has what she needs. And she vocalizes her opinions. We give her that space. Now, you know, you go to a certain point, you know what I mean? But but we give her that space because, you know, this affects her. And she's excited about it. And it's just funny how God works things out because we're going back to Mississippi. I spoke with the counselor on yesterday just to kind of tie up some loose ends. And it was just all good. Like, you know, like, yeah, she was in our system before. She doesn't have to do this and that. So she's excited, you know. Yeah.
I think it's important that you said that, talking about letting the kids kind of voice what they're going through. This is a big piece of this. This is their life as well.
Yes.
And helping them navigate those emotions, their real emotions of
Yes.
living what feels comfortable or safe or their friends. And then, you know, just interviewing wives across the country. One of the things I've picked up on is no matter if you're leaving leaving by choice or not by choice, like offering to those children, offering the biggest, to me, some of the things I've talked about with other wives, which is when they get a little older, is saying, hey, we'll continue to keep these relationships up, whether that's flying you back there one day, being a part of things like that. So important, I think, to realize we can get caught up, I think, on the husband's, you know, this is what we do, and we got to just say goodbye to the old and start over here. We do. But keeping that all along for their children, because this is all these are their memories. This is their
it impacts them. It impacts them greatly. And just in the climate that we're in today, like mental health is just a serious thing. And you know, it's a lot for us, you know, like, you know, we're here today. They get a call. Yeah. And they gotta go in 2 weeks, you know, like they're gone. And then you have to pick up the pieces like, okay, let me navigate, you know, especially, you know, some women, you know, they're fortunate where they don't work. Right. And some of us, we do work. So we kind of balance the two where you're trying to work your job, you're trying to orchestrate a move, you're trying to make sure that schooling it's a lot for us. So you can imagine it is for a kid. So, so yeah.
I'm glad that she's excited. Okay, so this job is not without adversity. Everybody has a tough day. It's not a day. Every day you're not getting the big SEC job. There are days where you're like, what is going on? What would you say has been the toughest adversity y'all have faced, and what did you rely on to get through that?
Oh man, God, God, um, just, just sometimes you just have to sit back, meditate and reflect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always someone situation is worse. It always could be worse. And just think of how far we come. Like you mentioned schools, Gulf Coast, look where we are now. Like high school. He even started in high school. So you look at the trajectory of the things, that you have overcome, and anything is possible. And you're gonna have ups and downs. That's just it is what it is. And I would say coming out here was like a big one, because we've always been places where we were kind of in driving distance of, family and, able to orchestrate, even when you're in driving distance, just, this from being a wife, like if I'm 2 or 3 hours, I can just shoot some stuff down there, set up some stuff, so, this by far was a stretch just because of the distance where we really couldn't see each other as often as we like. And we really had to make sure our ducks were in a row because we couldn't go back, So, but other than that, I mean, we really hone in on God, and we just look back, we just sit back and reflect. And we know, you know, we know he always has a plan. We don't now, at first we're like, oh my God, but we know that he's gonna come through. It may not be on our time, but it's on his time. So
That's so true. Our timing would speed up some of the process.
okay, say it again. Okay, say it again. Yes.
I mean, like, you would have fast forwarded a few seasons of your life where you're like,
Right.
I don't really know why what you're doing right here, or why we're here, whatever. I'm
Right.
not talking about El Paso, but there's been seasons where you're like, you sent us through,
Right.
we didn't get to be there long, or what was the purpose in it? But he always
Right.
has a purpose through it.
Right.
And sometimes you don't see it in the moment that he's working something out.
But it comes through. It reveals it. And for me, it's like a couple of months later, I'm like, I see what you did. I see why you did what you did, And so, just learning to just trust in that, and you have to, because this profession, it moves so fast, it moves so fast. One day you hear, one day, it's a lot, and you have to have some type of foundation, just to stay sane.
I mean, when I do not start my day with my quiet time and prayer, I am just I talk about a lot on the podcast, but you can just read me like a book. I'm just stressed, I'm upset, just frazzled. It's just such a difference when I make that discipline to go, okay, I'm going to operate in peace instead of panic.
Right. And I think it comes from within. You said that correctly. And then I think you have to have a sense of self-confidence within. You have to have that for
Definitely.
sure.
Okay, so how does it shape your perspective in life to move to so many different places and be around different cultures? And how does all the experience kind of shape you as a person? I mean, did you grow up in one town of Livingston?
Yes, one town girl. One town. One town.
You're thinking about your children are living different lives than you ever did. I always think about that too. When I grew up in Memphis, and we moved when I was little from Mississippi to Memphis, but like my kids are moved a bunch,
I mean, like, let me tell you, this was not in my bingo cards. It wasn't. And it has shaped me so much about being flexible. Like, man, so I'll just be transparent. I lost my dad doing the Southern Miss stint, killed me. But he instilled so much in me. And, it's like one of those things where your parents tell you stuff when you're younger, and then now you're old. You're like, okay, now that's why. And I'm seeing that now. And this, just to answer your question, it's been amazing. This being married to a coach, you learn to be resilient, okay? Because things are not going to go the way that you want to go all the time. You learn to be relatable. You learn to be a lover of people. You learn to be tolerant. You learn to be secure within, because you walk in some territories where, it's different. The climate is different, and you have to be comfortable within just to stay sane. That. It to me, it has strengthened my relationship with God, because sometimes it's just like, it's different. And this is a small space, if that makes any sense. If you're not in this space, it's very hard for people to kind of see what you're going on. I'm pretty sure you've heard that comment. Oh my God, y'all move more than the military.
Right.
We get that.
Totally.
I'm like, well, the military, they know in 6 months where they're going. We don't have that luxury. But just those things, it just really has strengthened my character, just to be transparent, and I'm really blessed because, we got this kid now. Before we didn't have her. So it was really like, okay, where we going next? Now we got the diva. So that kind of makes things a little bit more interesting, but it has really been good. We have met some amazing people. I'm pretty sure I met you, girl,
I know.
So
Look, I hope you're okay with keeping it with me for life.
yes. Yes, and I'm coming out there to Texas.
So
Okay, we can meet in the middle. Okay, somewhere.
Yes. I don't know where that is. Probably Louisiana. Maybe
Yeah,
that
possibly
maybe
is.
Memphis.
Hey,
I'll drive to Memphis.
say the word. I'm there. You just tell me. I'll be there.
Okay.
and bring my girl along the way, okay?
Oh, okay, y'all. Rita loves my girl Landry. Landry's my special needs one. And she does her own thing. She at games. And it really touched me that you were so aware of her needs. Like, people don't usually offer to help. And I don't know, I was going to go and get some more food or go to the bathroom or something. And you were like, hey, I'll stay with her. You need to go do something. And I was like, you just offered to watch Landry at a game for a second. It was just, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I don't even think I'll let you do it. But I was like, to offer to have an awareness of, like, look what she's juggling. And you were just so compassionate to Landry and just always talking to her. And it just meant a lot to me. Where do you think that comes from?
Man, my upbringing.
Yeah.
My upbringing, I have a nephew who's autistic, but he's doing really well. And just a struggle. And then, I'm a nurse by trade. So it's just that nurturing, get it. I've been in situations where I'm like, oh my God, I know y'all see me struggling with this kid. Somebody say something, help me with my kid, And it's just being nice. It doesn't hurt anything to be nice, and everybody deserves a break. It's a lot, especially in this coaching profession. Like, sometimes the coaches' wives and families, we're all we got, and sometimes a little 10-minute break from your current situation, just even though it's 10 minutes, it does a lot for your mental, so yeah. And that's my girl. I love
that. I think it did leave you with her for a second. I think it's just so special because you verbalized it. And I think I want to use you as an example on this podcast, because a lot of times we see other wives in a situation, whether it be a special needs child or something like that, but we don't really say anything. We're like, hey, how are you? How's the game or whatever? But we don't. And you would look at me and go, I know it's hard. That's all you had to say. And I was like, he sees me. And so I just want to encourage, other wives that are in this, like, be Sherita here,
I mean, we're all we got, we all we got, and we just have to, that's how you get your blessings, and, when I offer help, because you know me. Now, if I don't want to do it, I'm gonna be over here like, okay, girl, you do what you need to do. But I mean, it doesn't hurt to be nice and help others, and I get it. I see you. We all have struggles. Yours just may look a little different from mine, but everybody has something that they're battling.
Everybody has something they're battling, and just being aware of that. Okay, so your personality is hysterical. Like, you're just so funny. You're always just, I don't know how to describe it to other people. But were you like this growing up too? I mean, has it always been this way? I mean, were you like voted in high school?
No,
No?
I wasn't
the
voted.
funniest people I've ever met. Like,
I just been chill. I don't know. I just this is just Sherita. My parents instilled in my sister and I just to love God and be good to people.
Yeah.
Be good to people. Like, you know, my dad's like, I care about your morals and your character, how you represent and how you doing this and that, and be good to people, be nice to people, be kind. Um, and good things will come to you. So we just roll that, and and he said always go to your foundation, and so that's just me.
You're so fun. Okay, so who are these? Do you have any coaches' wives, mentors, or maybe a piece of advice that you've gathered along the way with this journey?
I've been very fortunate. Again, I'm low key, y'all. Like, I'm very nice, but anybody who has been on the staff with me will tell you Sherita's gonna come, she's gonna do her thing, and she's gonna fall back. But I would say one of my favorites is Rebecca Hall. She's a sweetheart. I love her to life. Um, we kind of get each other, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I don't know if this is my ministry. I don't know, but I'm one of those that okay, this is Sherita. I say the things that people are thinking sometimes.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
But she was a good, she's one I loved. Let's see, Michelle Hobson, she was good. She was good to me. Let's see. I mean, it's so many different people. You meet so many. It's just hard to just really name one. Everybody, every staff that I've been on, I've taken something away from each person. I like kind of how they do stuff, So yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so your husband's having a lot of success. What do you think you're doing behind the scenes that's making this work?
Taking care of home. Okay. Taking care of home. Okay. And I hope he sees this. Taking care of home.
Did you really do it all? Do you do it all?
I do it all. I do it all. Let me tell you something. I'm so blessed with this man. I am. Because when he's not busy, he's boots on the ground. I don't have to tell him. He gets information, but yeah, I take care of our kid, he doesn't have to worry. The only thing he has to worry about, and I'm going to state this publicly, and I have some very close friends and my siblings can attest, did you hit anything in the car? Did you break anything in the house? He has those words, like, but the day-to-day, we really have that iron sharpens iron, mentality. He brings that to his job, and we have that at home, so whatever one of us is lacking, one picks up, if he's available, he's all in. I don't have to ask, he's all in. So yeah.
Okay, so are you a list person? Pros and cons? How do you go about making the best career decisions?
Man, that's a good question. I've been very fortunate thus far to be able to just kind of move and shift as he moves. But we kind of list it out and just weigh out the pros, the cons. Of course, our daughter is the number one contender. Like, what does it look like for her? What is it, how would this impact her, and so forth. So she is a driver, for that. Of course, we have our goals, but we do have to keep her in mind. And then with that and keeping her in mind, like, I'll just be transparent. Like, hey, we do meditation over here. When we first got here, we did therapy because it's different. It's a different culture. Yeah. UTIP was very good to us, and we saw so many, so I met so many different people, but, we're here where, like, you can walk in, her school is dual language, that's different. So, just, all those things, if we make this move, are there places in place? Are there items in place that we can use as a resource to make her successful and her, and so forth. So yeah.
Very good. Okay.
But we have a list. Hey, you sure we need to do this? You sure? Wait a minute now. Like, we do that.
Right. Okay, so you're moving from El Paso to Starkville, Mississippi. When did you determine, like, it's a good time for your family to move? Like, what works best for y'all?
Okay, so in full transparency here, okay? ma'am, otherwise, please don't judge me on this. Okay, so it's a lot. It's an 8-year-old. It's a big step. She's finally in her groove. Of course, we think about our kid. She's finally in her groove. I'm like, well, maybe we can stick it out a little while. I was thinking maybe March, maybe after spring break, so she could, start the new school, meet a few people, break, and then it won't be so new on them. Well, that was until the school sent home something about the science fair. And so she has a science project. And that science project is due in February. I said, I gotta get on. I gotta get on before then. So the science project was the motivation. And granted, in full transparency, how it worked out with our lease and everything, it it would have kind of cost us just extending it. But honey, when I got that notice saying, hey, here's the timeline for the science project, all the motivation I needed to get this show on the road.
We out.
We out, okay? We out. Look, I even emailed a teacher. Hey, we're moving. Will she still be? Will this impact? What can we do to kind of fill in the gaps for this? And so yeah, honey, the science project was the motivation. Okay.
Story ever. So
look, I need dad. Like I need dad. He's an education major. That's his ministry. Okay, that's not mine. I need to be somewhere. Now, when we go to Mississippi, we're surrounded by family. Not next door. But honey, I got an arsenal. Okay, here, no. So yeah.
So she's free and clear to do the science project.
Yeah, she's free.
Okay, that's good. This is the best. This is the
yes.
best.
Hey, it's a win. It's a win. It's a more of a win for me. When I told her, she was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Honey, you have no idea. Mama saved you. Okay, Mama did her big one. Well, it'll be other projects."
I love this too much. Okay, like how do you organize your day? Like what's a day in a life for you? You have a big job. You work remotely. Do you ever have to go in person?
Man, you give me too much credit here. I'm just a regular OJ. I'm a steward. I'm just a servant. That's I am not a type A person, and that's weird, but I'm not. Like I am. I get anxiety. And I'm putting my business out there. Don't ask me about something, what we doing 3 months from now. Okay. I cannot commit. Okay. I cannot. I cannot commit. I don't know. Do I have ADHD? I might, because I wait to the last minute. Like I just, I don't know. I'm not type A, my daughter, I have a routine with her in the morning, what we do. Look, I start my day off with prayer and meditation, and I let God do his thing. I do my checklist and I let God do his thing. I don't have a specific, we got to do this. Of course, when she has on her day, she has her activities and stuff like that. But I mean, I just fly by the seat of my pants, honey. I can't put that's extra pressure. Okay. Like it's already a lot, especially during the season when everything is on you. Like, no, I just roll, so I can stay sane. I don't put myself up on I got to make sure I do this, that, because that's pressure. That's anxiety for no reason, when it's just impacting me. Like, no, like, so when I'm at work, I do my thing at work. Of course, I'm a little bit more structured there.
Yeah.
But no, I just chill. I tell you, in my mind, I'm on time, but I'm late at the games. Like,
look, it's hard to get everybody there. It's hard to just because you look good. I mean, your fit's good. It probably takes a minute.
It's hard, and our kids like now. So Chloe is growing up and she knows like about the games. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she wants to do these walks. We all know about these walks. Yeah. And I'm like, oh dear God. So it's crazy because she went from I was one of these moms that you take care of you. I can't be a good mom, a good wife if Sherita's not well. So I'm always going to make sure Sherita's okay. So I didn't bring her to games, right? She just now started seeing this stuff. Probably when we was at Arkansas State, I introduced it. Southern Miss squeezed it in a little bit, here. Um, but she wants to walk with her dad,
Yeah.
who am I to deny her that? So
It does
and
put you there really early, though.
yes, like the 11 o'clock game. So, Kelly would send messages and she'd be like, yeah, we got a 1 p.m. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta be there at 10:50. So man, yeah.
I think I made maybe one. I could not pull off the
Well,
walk. I felt bad.
I made it one day. I was late. She was like, just get me out of the car. I'll run. He's like, well, who watching her? I'm like, dude, like who? They'll bring her back. But yeah. Mm.
Okay. Wow, I just hit this whole thing. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about social media. That's obviously a big thing that it's the pressures and the thing that we face. You're not real big on social media. So is this a conscious effort? Is this the way to block it out negativity? Or you just go, I'm just not gonna be involved too much?
Yeah, social media, I mean, that can be a gift and a curse, right?
Yeah.
And it really affects your mental.
Okay.
And so I try not to do too much, to be honest. People can be so happy in this profession. It can be, oh my God, you're the greatest. To, oh my God, fire him today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I don't know, like I'm just gonna, again, this is Sherita. If I'm on social media, I'm trying to find, like, especially, we move around. So I'm trying to find where's the nearest hairstylist, even though, I'm rocking the twist out today, and otherwise will tell you, we don't know what we're gonna get with Sherita. What if it's gonna be long, short, so I'm trying to find the hairstylist. I'm trying to find, what's the restaurant, I'm on that type of stuff. But as far as engaging in anything like that, I'm chill. Yeah.
I like it. So how do you maintain balance for yourself? Do you kind of what helps you stay steady in all this?
Man, relational.
Yeah.
Your core group is everything. My family, like my mom, my sisters, my best friends, like they get it, and they are we've been riding together since college. I got one or two from high school, but from college, and my sisters, we're so transparent, if that makes any sense. Like, I can be in my feelings, and they will sympathize with me, or they would be like, "Girl, get over that." Like, but you need those people, if that makes any sense. You need those people who you can be vulnerable with, who support you, but still, like, kind of just keep you centered, so that's a big thing. My circle, I'm just going to be transparent, and it's pretty tight. We all kind of have the same kind of mindset per se, and they get it. They're successful in their careers. They get it. It's just a different day now. So I have those friends who I can just kind of call on to kind of get my life together. Like, okay,
For sure. How do you keep your husband encouraged? Because it's kind of hard for our coaches. Sometimes they can't really let their guard down, and we're their person.
I think, I think one of the things, he doesn't have to worry about home. He doesn't have to worry about home. He married a go-getter. He knows this is a team effort. I know what his role is. I know what God specifies, what a man's supposed to do, what a wife's supposed to do. But, when I met Coach, I had my career going. He had his career going, so he knows that I'm securing Sherita. He doesn't have to worry about Sherita, and Sherita has her life outside of this. And we hang out with other couples when we get off time, that kind of rejuvenates us a little bit. But I just really just offer support. I pray for him, speak the word to him, and I keep it real with him. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like, hey, I'm walking this straight and narrow, because, it's sometimes I'm like, not today, sir. And I think that's it, like he knows, like, hey, like, this is my safe space, but she will get me together, and I will, and keep on going. Like, this is what I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, or this is what we're doing. And, so I think that, he just knows he can just be himself, and I'm gonna help you through it, but I'm gonna tell you how it is, and like I said, I made the joke earlier. People like, y'all need your own show because it's nothing. I'm like, well, I don't know who he think he married, like, this and that, and he'll be standing there. I'm like, oh, you saying that in front of him? Yes. Like, I don't know. So yeah, those things.
I love that. I interviewed the head coach's wife at Vanderbilt baseball, and
Okay.
he decided maybe like 15 years ago or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. That he asked her. He's like, the kids were graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Head coach, and he asked her, "Would you like come in the office every day because he's head coach and be like my eyes and ears and just be there like it's your job?" And she said, yes. Okay. So he's won like all these titles since she's come in. But she's like, what happens to the higher we get is people stop being honest with the leader.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I'm honest with him. We do it in a very good way. But she's like, she picks up on things that she's like, that's what happens to leaders a lot of times. Nobody speaks to him. And so it's really interesting. You talked about that, like being real with him and being like, hey, this is something I'm seeing too. I mean, there's ways to do it because sometimes, your spouse can really, you can say it the wrong way.
That's true. That's
but
true.
being real with him and going, I don't know about that. What, like,
Right.
you sure
Right.
that's the way to approach that? I think it's really important to be able to be honest with each other.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Pretty neat stuff. Okay. So do you enjoy the recruiting aspect of all this? Because, I mean, your husband was voted like what conference recruiter of the year. I mean, what are you doing back there?
I love it. And you've been in this thing a long time, like we have. Things have changed.
Yeah.
Of course, how they used to recruit versus now, but I like it. I get to meet different families. I've met some amazing moms. They're like, okay, you're my eyes and ears, and when they come over to the house, especially the ones that we recruit and they end up signing and coming on, they come over and I love on them and I talk to them like they're my kid, like, okay, so what you got going on? What are you doing? And this and that, and I love it. I love it. I love it. And again, I know my husband, this is his ministry and he cares about the person. He wants to win. We all want to win, but he cares about the person. And that makes it even more special,
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah.
Okay, so do you guys ever have him over to eat or anything? Like what you don't like cooking though? You told me that, right?
Let me tell you. So sometimes we have them over and we didn't do a lot here doing the UTIP stint, but he would grill out, that's, cool. I just go to Sam's and get the sides and okay. But Thanksgiving, I cook, so this Thanksgiving, I'm thinking it's going to be like a chill Thanksgiving. And so he comes to me, I think I'm gonna have a couple of guys over. Okay, cool. All right. Then the numbers start increasing. So I look at him like, okay, dude, do you think I'm Betty Crocker? Like, this is cooking is not my ministry. Like, what do you think? I'm one of those women that fuss but still gonna do it. Like your mama, like she fussing, but like
you still complaining the whole time.
Right, you fussing, but you kind of enjoying it at the same time. It's weird. Let me tell y'all. I will tell you, honey, this Thanksgiving, I went to the store, I swear to God, like 4 times. And when I was like, if I go to Walmart or again, I'm gonna shoot myself. But I enjoyed, Thanksgiving was good, especially like this one here was really special because we had a lot of kids. We're in YouTube, so people can't really just go back home. So we had a lot of kids from Texas. We had a kid from Mississippi, Georgia. And so they were like, oh my God, this food is so good. It was Southern food. Like it was real good.
Yes. What did you make? What was your favorite thing?
So I did mac and cheese. I did dressing, so I'm not Betty Crocker. Hey, I was FaceTiming my mom, my best friend, like, girl, do I got enough cornbread? Like, is it enough? Like, do I need to add a little bit more? So I did dressing. I did, now Coach is good. He's a beast on banana pudding. Like he's the real chef. He just doesn't have the time. So he made homemade banana pudding. I did ham. What else did I do? I'm missing something. But
Yeah,
anyway, I probably did like 5 items, but it was good. It was good.
it's special, isn't it? Okay, so for you, what would you say is the most rewarding part to being a coach's wife?
Hmm. Let's see. Oh my gosh. It depends on the season, how rewarding it is. The most rewarding thing is just being able to move around and meet the different people, connect with different people, see things from a different lens. I've been exposed to so much, as well as so many great people, it's that part of it, really.
Okay, are you ready for rapid fire?
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Here we
Okay.
go. Who is the most famous person in your phone?
Famous. Uh, oh my God. I'm gonna say a friend of ours, Jason Campbell. He grew up with my husband. So I would say him, Yeah.
Awesome. There it is. All right, what's one item on your bucket list that you have done, you've checked off, and one item still left to go on your bucket list?
Oh my God. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, what have I done? I mean, what have I not done? Like I do. I really want to go out the country for like 2 weeks. We go out, we travel, but it's not a long time, so my bucket list is to get out of here for like 2 weeks and just detach and just, you know,
Where would you go?
man, somewhere near the water.
Mhm.
Let me just not we now coach and I cannot swim. Isn't that crazy? We cannot we can't swim. But we love the water, okay? Like we go sit there on the sidelines and
There you go.
just be near,
That's nice.
so anything with the water.
I mean, who actually swims in the ocean anyway?
Honey,
I guess you could
look,
give
we can't even get in the pool, okay? Like it has to be 5 feet or 3 feet and anything more, like
That's
we
good.
can't do it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Who are the last three people you have texted?
Oh my God. Okay. My friends,
Okay.
um, my sister, and my husband. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Funniest account you follow on Instagram? Do you have anything that you like or reels that you really like to follow?
Okay. So, um, again, I fly on the radar on IG. Okay. But my
We
core
don't even know
friends,
you're
they may see me on there. So, okay, so anything about the mom, like, okay, I don't know if you've seen the reel where the mom goes in the house like 5 times before they leave, and the husband's just sitting in the car, like, come on, like that's me. So we send memes like that. I am a huge reality TV fan. So anything I think it's OMG reality or something like that. So I get all the clips. So like anything from Housewives, 90 Day Fiance, I love all of that. So yes, yes.
What about your life impresses your kids the most?
Oh man, I think that I'm Sharita, so they can come to me and I'm me, I'm mom. I think how driven I am. I'm very set, like I was raised to you work hard and you achieve those things and I didn't go get all those degrees for anything. So just the driven, like my kids see me, oh mom, you're working today, or they see that drive that I have. And then too they see me, like especially my 8-year-old, she sees me, she come downstairs and she sees the Bible in my journal. It was so funny. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway because you're my friend. So she said, "Mommy, you got the Bible part. You do real well, but sometimes you could be more kind." I was like, "Get away from me before I, before
Wow.
I do something."
Be more kind.
Oh yes, yes,
Oh, no. That's
you know.
awesome. That's it. One time my daughter, she was like 3 years old. She looked at me, I had no makeup on. She goes, Mama, I think you look pretty without your makeup, but other people might not.
And she would tell me that, like, what, mommy, are you gonna get your hair done? Or like, she's at the age now.
Yeah.
It's just like, girl,
What would be your walk-up song for your life? You got a song? An artist that you like?
Man, it depends on the day, girl. Some days Beyonce in my head, some day it just depends. I mean, I don't know. I don't have one. I didn't know. And it just depends, Um some days, I'm walking through. I need all the Jesus that I can get.
Right.
I got him rolling. Some days it's Beyonce, some days it's Bruno Mars. It just depends, how it depends on what's going on in that phase and where I am mentally.
I love it. This has been a hoot. Thank you for being on. Thank you so
Yes,
much, Rita.
thank you for. Let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna take the mic for a couple of
Okay.
seconds.
This is not
Um,
planned.
I just want to just talk about you for just a second. I mean, I didn't get a big chance to do my research like I really wanted to with your show, but what you're doing is phenomenal. And you guys, she is a phenomenal person. I know that because I've worked alongside her, and even your parenting. I just want to just give you. We have this saying in our culture: give people their flowers while they can smell them. And I just want to give you that. Let you know that you're a beautiful person. You got 3 amazing kids. Her oldest girl, I mean, we hear it even the baby girl as well. I mean, the middle girl as well. But I mean, Kristen is a phenomenal person. Very nice. She juggles a lot, girl. I don't see how you do what you do. I just thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for bumming around my schedule, because life has been lifing, trying to work and orchestrate a move and all those things. And you're doing the same thing. So thank you for the space. And you just keep doing great things. I mean, girl, like I Googled, I was like, okay, this is the real deal. Like my friend is like for real. So like, yes. Don't forget
You
about
made
us.
me cry. You made me cry. I did not expect this.
Well,
Thank you.
I mean, you give you your flowers, and I see the work that you do. Your husband sees the work that you do. We all do. To do what you do, I couldn't do it. So yeah, keep thriving.
Thank you, Sherita. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna miss you tons. Thank you so much.
Yes,
you.
Louisiana.
That's right.
Yes, we will get our husband's credit card, okay? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Just
We're gonna
do
meet up.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
This podcast is brought to you by Ruler of Hope. Ruler of Hope is a nonprofit that supports medically fragile children. If you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation, you can use Venmo at Ruler-Hope or online at rulerofhope.org.
For a replay of this episode or previous episodes, visit coacheswifelife.org and follow us on social media at Coaches Wife Life.